Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Buckeyes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The option look. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll try to run for it. Bulls his way forward. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. off the play fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Huskers send out the punt unit.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. The pull and throw off the RPO. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Quarterback on the keeper.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Throws to the back. Complete to the left. Finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, the running back has it. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt, needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. And great start, keep chipping away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there in that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved. Because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He's back to throw on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Grab near the marker. It's Riddick. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Huskers will hustle to the line. On the run, it's Vargas. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He'll run it again. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Moving away from pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds a crease at the 20.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lang. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to get it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. On target to the left. All kinds of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskers! All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with the tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I think a big part of this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Looking to throw, it's Waters. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. 1 minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Lang. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Excellent field position here for the offense. He's got it on the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat-on-a-hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He leaves it with the back. Makes a man miss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Starting to feel a little pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
21.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete on the comeback. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. On the run, it's Vargas. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got his man on the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Offense lining up quickly. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He'll set up to throw. A little screen to the running back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Quarterback gets enough. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off, and by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over the Sharks. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. About to snap it for the 8th time on this drive, and it's a 3rd down and 4. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a catch and run for 6. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He wants to throw, feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Huskers in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Nebraska, 28.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over.
Off he goes. Running inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They want to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Vargas. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Trying to take it.